we've, and the fans have been so lucky. This is a great time for wrestling. I want to go back to what you were saying about earlier about Triple H, you know, the Triple H, friggin' regime is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because this cat is really one of the boys, not wanting to be, is at its highest level and understands all the things you're going through. Because if you go back to the curtain call, who was the whipping boy after that? Triple H. Looked like the worst thing ever happened to him. And the biggest picture turned out to be the best. Because that cat has seen it all. And I've always believed he's one of the fairest guys, and mainly how he treated me. Because there's a story that's been out there for years that the day that Johnny Ace gave me the one-arm diamond cutter, which was the Ace Crusher, he just kicked that, made a peace sign, kicked out. Steven Regal taught me the cravat. I put the cravat on you, unless you're Brock Lesnar, you're not going anywhere. I'm going to friggin' hold you. And if you don't go, we're going. Brock, I'm not so positive about, but everybody else, and maybe Big Show, everybody else is going. So, I came up with the out of nowhere thing because of Jake Roberts. Watching hours and hours and hours of Jake Roberts, because that was my guy, and then I mixed them all together. And that's what made it, that move was each part of that,
Yeah, but you're right, though. Going back to that, what an era we're in right now. With Triple H at the helm of this.
I forgot to tell you, that's the point I was making. That Triple H one night, because I watched everything. If I was on the road, I come home and it's all taped. He did a diamond cutter out of nowhere. And I was like, oh, God. Of all people, he'll make it better. That's exactly what I thought. He'll make it better. I called him up. When I tell you it's the only time he's ever answered his phone, the only time. Kind of like when I called Scott Hall in Resurrection. Only time he's ever answered his phone. He answered his phone, and he's like, hey, D. I'm like, hey, bro. I said, I got a favor I want to ask you. Sure, what do you need? I go, nah, don't say yes yet, because I don't have the right to ask you this. I said, I saw you use the diamond cutter the other night on the finish, and that pedigree's super cool, man. I love that finisher for you, but man, that diamond cutter, bro, I'm just starting to get it over. I said, I would so appreciate it if you wouldn't do it. Sure, D. He never did it again.
Wow.
He didn't have to do that. He could have come on, dude. And I went, yeah, you're right. You're right. It was stupid, right? But I had to ask.
Yeah.
But I didn't have to ask.
Yeah.
He already said yes. That's who Paul Levesque is to me. And as we went through the ride of Scott Hall on his way to sobriety, we were talking all the way through that as well. Because he wanted to know, he never wanted to put Scott in any kind of position that could make him fall back.